So, sir, is 3, 2, 1. Over to you, sir. We have live.
Good morning, all, and welcome to Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and networking platform for pharma professionals. As you know, first Sunday of every month, we go live on Facebook and YouTube, and we invite industry experts to talk about current challenges and best practices across industry. And you all will agree with me that dynamics of pharmaceutical industry are changing very rapidly. New and emerging technologies are coming. People are adopting digitalization all across the functions. And not only that, there is a strict and stringent guidelines which is being imposed like MCI and UCPMP guideline. And there is a limited scope of doing business in and it is very tough also in pharmaceuticals. At this juncture, it is very important for all the leaders across pharma to come across, collaborate, find out the best solution for the future of pharma. That is the main purpose of Live Pharma Coalition, a global knowledge and networking platform. And in today's session, we have my own co-moderator, ICS Verma sir, who will also moderate with us. And he is a core part of LPC, Dr. ICS Verma. Sir, once again, thank you very much for joining. Brief overview, what do you think about this topic, goal setting in pharmaceutical for pharmaceutical sales management? And also, I request you to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, Yashwant, and once again, welcome to all the LPC lovers to the session. So today we have a privilege, inviting one of my, I could say that he has been groomed under me. So Vishnu was reporting to me in Cipla. So let me first introduce the speaker, and then I'll come to the topic. So Vishnu, having 13 years of experience in sales, worked in various divisions in Cipla, in Vitalis, neurology, the Impulse, and he's basically an MBA in HR. And most of us, when we like Yashwant, he also wanted to follow his passion. So it needs actually a lot of guts when you wanted to leave a job and then follow the passion, because you have to undergo a lot of troubles. But I really, I'm very proud to see him today in the panel, where he wants to, share one of the very important topic for pharma. Because when we were in the sales, the most neglected thing is the planning your own routine or your own career. Because most of the times, in pharma, we find the people come by default, not by design. So it's very important for any one of us to understand the goal setting and, both professional and personal. So I think he's going to have a great session on that. Welcome, Vishnu, to the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the introduction. And I request now Vishnu to give a brief overview what he is going to talk about goal setting.
Okay. So thank you for the wonderful opportunity. So when ICSR told me to take one session in LPC, I'm really happy that and I'm proud that ICSR has given a good confidence on me. And like LPC, it's a very wonderful platform to involve all the pharma professional, and the journey continues with 183 episodes. So I'm very happy to part of the LPC. And then the next thing I thought is that which topic I need to take. So I asked with my mentors and colleagues which topic is really required to hear the current situation. So anyway, the April is coming for every pharma professionals. The April is a very big month. So before April, there are a lot of preparations we need to do for facing the next financial year. So I thought that the goal setting should be the apt point to discuss in the current session. So I just taken the few notes brief on goal setting. Anyway, we will discuss in depth in our slides. Goal setting is the bread and butter of the pharma professionals. Not only pharma professional, each and everyone, personal life as well as professional life. So the right time is to plan in March for the welcoming April month. So I am giving
Thank
you a
you.
brief discussion. So we will come to the
Thank you
point.
very much. Thank you very much, Vishwanath. And it
Thank
is really rightly you said, is the right time to set your goal for the financial year 24-25, right? So that everyone is very clear what is our end objective and how are we going to achieve that goal. So before we go to the session, let me quickly take the viewers through the LPC presentation, a brief about LPC, those who are new. Life Pharma Coalition, as most of you already know, is the global network of pharmaceutical professionals. We go live virtually. Also, we do a lot of conclave. And recently, we got Pharma Ratna Universe Award 2 times in a consecutive a year. And we are very much thankful to each and every one who is a part of LPC for trust and confidence they have given on us. This is the core team of Life Pharma Coalition. LPC co-founder Yashwant Mishra, Raman Marke, and IC Dr. IC Verma sir. Our mentors like Ganesh Nayak sir, OP Singh sir, Dilip Singh Rathod sir, Mohammad Shahbaz Alam sir, Ramesh Judeja sir, and PK Rajput sir. Not only that, we have executive team like Arpan Kumar Paul and Praveen and Sanat, Arpit Manku ma'am, then all the people, so that they are able to take our LPC to a newer height. Apart from these are the glimpses of some of the pharmaceutical conclave. And very shortly, we are coming out with the next conclave for LPC Pharma Conclave Ahmedabad, LPC Pharma Conclave Navi Mumbai, and LPC Pharma Conclave 150 episode at Naipur, Hyderabad. And recently we did LPC 175 conclave in Mumbai. Now today's episode is LPC 183. So those who want to be a core part of LPC, we request them to become a LPC member and be a part in this wonderful group of pharma professionals for networking and gaining knowledge. Today's episode, as ICS Verma sir told, smart goal setting for pharma sales executive. And our speaker Vishnu Dutt Prabhu, who is a business coach and having Pharma Sales Academy, is going to share with us the practical aspect of goal setting for pharma sales executive at this juncture when we are ending one financial year and going to start a new financial year. So once again, thank you very much. This is a brief about Life Pharma Coalition. As I mentioned, very shortly we are coming out with LPC Pharma Conclave. Again, another conclave. Detail will be shared later on. So I request Mr. Vishnu Dutt to take us through the presentation now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I'll share the screen. So visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Yes, yes.
So once again, good morning to each and every colleagues, friends of LPC. So as we discussed the briefing, the pharma is a very competitive market. So the employees also working in the pharma, we have to be very highly competitive and they have to plan all the things, the day-to-day things in well in advance. So we are facing a new financial year next month, April. It's a very big month for every one of us. So I just giving you a brief insights about the goal settings, how we can set the goal for a pharma professionals. So briefing the goal. A goal is an aim or desired result. So what you can, anything you can call. So we can plan our goal for a year or a week or a month. So sales goal are basically we are setting the goal for a specific period of time, what we have to achieve. Like our we are setting the targets monthly basis, quarterly basis, yearly basis, and all. The same thing the organization is expecting the performance returns or the goal from each and every employee in the organization. So the goal we are setting on the basis of the organization interest. Then we are dividing the goal into long term and short term. So each and every goal, we can say that whether it's a short term or long term on the basis of the importance, right? Usually the long term goals are taking the several years to achieve. basically it's a organizational goals. It's not a individual goals, but individual goals are majorly on short-term basis. Like in pharma, we can say that our weekly sales plans or monthly achievements or converting a doctor or converting a hospital. So these are the short-term sales plans. We should not work for converting a doctor or hospital for 3 to 4 years. Definitely, we are working, but the goal setting is for only for short terms. And long-term goals are more ambitious because this is set by the organization over the period of 5 years. Example, we can say that we have to capture the market by 2030, 10% of market share of this brand, particular brand. So these are the long-term goals we are setting for the organizations. And this long-term goals are more flexibility, and the short-term goals are less flexible and leaving a little room for it. And come to our core subject, the SMART goals. The concept is developed by the George D. Doran in 1981. So this is not a newer concept which we developed, but now today a lot of organizations are using as a psychological tool to evaluate our performance and productivity. And if the goal is very clear and understanding, and the SMART goals are working very well with each and every organization, and they are getting the best result to achieve the goals. And we are just briefing the SMART. The name itself is very clear. There is no rocket science in this. S stands for the specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable or achievement, and R is for relevant or realistic, what we can say, and T is the time-based. There are a lot of goal-setting models available in the industry. So why I choose this SMART goal setting? Because the acceptance in the organization and the simplicity. This is very simple because the name itself is telling about the objectives. Right. There are other grow models is there. Then hard model is there. So these all models are according to the need of the employee or the segment. A goal is setting for a athletic is different from a goal is setting for the pharma colleagues or the sales colleagues. So the SMART goals are very much important for each and every pharma organization or a sales team. And the first terminology in the goal setting is specific. The specific in terms of what we can say that the goal should be specific. These questions will give you the clarity on specifying the goal. Then what? Then where? Who? Means each and everything will clarify the specific objective of setting the goals. And the goal to attain the specific objective, not a broader one. We can say, I want to achieve more sales. It's a broader goal and it's a vague. The quantity or the timeline is not fixed in that goal. So each and every goal should be specific in setting that. Then what business want to achieve? Then how much volume want to achieve in the year or in a quarter? Then what are the process to taking the place? What process we need to, where the process we need to take, whether it's a zonal level or it's a regional level or a headquarter level, and which are the headquarters, who will take part of this process. Usually we know the pharma industry goal is to make profit, right? We are making profit by selling from milligrams. So each and every organization we have to involve and we have to set the goal by solving this question, W questions. It is not necessary that we have to answer all these questions, but before finalizing the goal, we have to find these 3-4 W answers. Why the goal is very important? Because if the goal is important, then only the team will accept it and the team will work for it. and which are the requirements, limits, obstacles for achieving that goal. Then when means the time bound comes. So these two terminologies, specific and the time bound, these are the time bound. It come in our next slides. So these are the points which we have to mention before setting the goal. Then coming to our second acronym in SMART is that the measurable. So which help to evaluate success in your failure or in the success or failure in the process. So every goal should be measurable in terms of the number, the deadline, or the percentage change, or some other measurable element. The measurable goal usually answer the questions like how much resources, input, time, etc. we have utilized. Then if we take example of this our sales representative or sales manager, which are the resources, how much resources we need to add, how many team members we need to add to launch a division, or how many team members to allocate in each and every headquarter according to the potential of the headquarter. So these are the measurable goals which we can give you a good goal setting process. And the example of measurable goal, we can say that the sales team will increase the YPM of new brands 3 lakhs this year by increasing marketing expense by 5% in each region. So everything is mentioned in the subject line that it should be measurable one. The importance is that you have to increase the YPM to 3 lakh. So if the 3 lakh is the measurable point or the calculative point which we are setting for the goal. And similarly, what are the resources? The marketing team or the finance team. These are the resources which we are utilizing to engage the customers and to give more feedback from the field to achieve the goal easily. The next we are discussing about the achievable. So any goal we are setting is to achieve it and to deliver at its best value, right? So you don't want your goals to be easy to achieve, but it should be achievable, and it should not be a stretchable goal. But what we can say is stretchable goal means that sometimes we usually we will say to we are saying to our seniors that I will do my best or I will do my maximum. So that maximum means there is no point we are mentioning how much we are doing. Maximum means the terminology we are using in that during our sales closing and all. So that first is that is not measurable. Then that is not giving a clear idea to the receiver about how much you will achieve or what quantity you will achieve. So before setting the goals, we have to do a market research that whether the goal is achievable or not. So that backend data will help you to set the goal more achievable one. What will happen if the goal is not if the goal is setting on a higher level is that it ultimately demotivate the team members, and definitely it will not give you the desired result. So stretch goals are okay. We can stretch the goals a little bit more, but it should not be a vague one. You should be give the achievable goal to the team members. Then only they will motivate and they will work more for towards achieving the goal. So I'm giving you a brief example in that. So I have given 6 brands with their current market share as well as the growth. So in this figure, we can identify whether it's achievable goal or not achievable the goal. So can the growth of brand S increase by 15% in this year? So the growth of brand S is 6.71% for the current year, and the last year they had grown by 10%. So it is almost what we can say is that almost double the growth. And you can consider the current contribution of this brand. This brand is contributing 73% in the market share. So is this achievable one or a stretchable one or a not achievable one? Definitely, this is not an achievable one because already they are the market leaders, the brand S, and we have to increase the sales with a means we have to double the sales to achievable this 15% growth in a year. So like this kind of growth setting, the goal setting will definitely demotivate our team members. So we should not set the goals like this. So in the second example, I'm telling that can we achieve 3% market share for brand V in this year? So brand V, the market share is 1.81, and last year they have achieved 0.69% of achievement. So if you are adding 1.2% of market share in this year, so they are achieving the goal. So this example shows that we should set the goals to our team members with the achievable one. Definitely, it's not easy goal, but according to the organization need and priority, we have to set the goals with like that. Okay. Then the another point we are telling that relevant, or we can say that realistic. So again, this achievable and realistic points, relevant points are closely related because these 2 points we can mention that this is the collaboration of the entire department in the organization. The broader image and business mission of all the entity departments should move in the same direction. What I'm mentioning is that we have so many departments in each and every company, right? So if the finance department is not aligned with the marketing or sales department, then the goal setting is meaningless. In simple examples, that selling that if the marketing department set the goal to sell a product for 1 lakh strips in a year, and the production department is not capable for producing that 1 lakh strips in a year, then the goal is not possible. So for setting the goal, for achieving the goal, so all this, the goal should be clear to each and every department in the organization. And it should be aligned with the organization, other departments, and the same direction. So the relevant SMART goal answer the following questions. Is the goal aligned with the overall company's direction? If the companies have its own vision and mission, so it should be aligned with the company's mission and vision, and other departments willing to work towards achieving the goal. So like I discussed earlier. So all the departments should collaborate together, and they have to sit and they have to set the goals accordingly for the year. And time-based. Every goal is have its own time. And it may be a year, it may be a month or a quarter. So the year is a broader period which we are setting the goal. So that we are broken into month and quarter for the understanding. And the sales team will achieve 30% target this quarter is the best example, because the 4 quarters we are dividing the total target, and ultimately here and there some plus or minus will be there. So to overcome that, so we are breaking the goal into smaller ones. The time bound goal usually answer the following questions like, when is the deadline? So the deadline is the most important thing. If we are working through the deadline, then it is very easy to evaluate and easy to make any changes. So when is the first milestone we have covered, and the second milestone, and so on. And what the team to do to move closer to deadline. So this is also very important in terms of the deadline. So these are the 5 points which we are setting for the SMART goal settings. So S is specific, then measurable, then achievable, then realistic or relevant, and time bound. So after we should know what are the benefits of the setting the smart goals. Definitely, this organization will be having a lot of benefits. Like what I told is that a lot of goal setting models are available, but the smart goal have its own benefit. Every goal setting has its own benefit, but the smart goal having more specific benefit in terms of the nature. It gives a sense of direction in short term and long term. We already discussed the short term goals and long term goals. So the importance of short term goals that we are covering in smart, because we are having the T factor, the timeline factor. So that covers the short term and the long term goals objectives. The smart helps the team create more objectives, effective objectives, because we are mentioning the goals specifically. It's not a vague goal. Specifically, we are mentioning which goal should achieve in which time period. So, and focus on most critical aspect, setting the priorities straight. So before setting the goal, we are doing the research and we are taking all the back end data and the nature of the headquarter or the region, and accordingly we are setting the goals. So we are taking all the aspects, like critical aspects, whether the area is vacant for a long period of time, then according to the experience of the colleague. So all the things which we are considering for setting the goals, and it's motivating teams to get out their comfort zone. So in every organization, there are people who are not bothered about the goal setting and all. But if the goal is very clear and the voice is very loud, all the team members should align with the goal setting process, and they will also come up with their comfort zone to achieve the goal. It's motivating teams to then grants feeling of satisfaction when the meeting deadlines. So this is very important thing. After a successful closing, we are also experiencing the same thing. This month we have done extremely good job. So the sense of happiness, the proud feeling are motivating us to do more in the next coming months. So with the timeline and the deadlines given, it's giving the feelings of satisfaction, and it facilitates time management because it's time bound goals, and it's provide a sense of being on the right track. So since the goal we are dividing into smaller goals, the objectives. So we are analyzing the goal in each and every month, every week. So we are understanding whether we are on track or off track. Usually all the organizations now, they are having the H1 review or H1 goal setting review to understand and to make the changes in the way forward for the H2. And it evaluates team strength and weakness. So by specifying the goal setting, which goal, what is the goal for this team or the team member we have to achieve. So we are understanding which team is more efficient and which team is not able to do this. And we are identifying the weakness of the team members and we are trying to strengthening it. So it is very, very easy to make the goal very effective, to make the product or the productivity of the team member more effectively, and identify the critical areas of operations that we need to improve. And we are by setting the smart goals, we are understand the organization understand which are the critical areas which we need to improve, because we are having the specific goals, we are having measurable and the time bound. All these 4-5 activities we are considering, and let's identify the critical areas of operation. After the terminologies we understood, right, we have discussed, then the next thing is how we are setting the smart goals. So we know the terminologies, and now we are in the setting of the smart goals. So the first step of any goal setting process is to identify the key objectives. We have to identify the objective, like increasing the sales, launching new products, improving customer satisfaction or engagement, and expanding new markets. So which objective we have to set, we have to choose, and we have to prioritize it. And it should not that everything we have to select and we have to go in a one go, right? So if we are launching a new brands, we should not launch the brands or 5, 10 brands in a one go. We have to prioritize which brand we should launch initially, and which brand we should hold for the period of time to pick up the other brands. And in the terms of customer satisfaction, that is also we need to take care, because today the challenging world, the customers are the most important. Like, pharma customers, the doctors, the stockists, the retailers. So every aspects we need to take into consideration before setting the course. Then after you selecting the objectives, you break down your objectives. You have example, if you want to increase the sales is a very big process. So there are so many things involved for increasing your sales, right? So we have to prioritize and we have to categorize each and every segment, the resources involved to increase the market share, to increase the sales team performance, like our team training or the skill development, and which is the targeted markets campaigns. So these are the things we have to consider before setting the goal. And after identifying the objective, then we have to break down the objectives. This next one is the SMART goal settings that we already discussed. According to the 5 points, we have to set the goals and assign responsibilities. So after setting the SMART goals, we have to assign the responsibility to each and everyone in the organization. And what is the responsibility of XYZ employee, that we have to clearly mention and we have to record it in their goal setting process. This will promote accountability and collaboration within your team. Because if the person is know what to do in the year well in advance, so he will give you the best result by setting the proper goal, right? And not only setting the goal, we have to track and progress the analysis, right? To visualize the goal in their timeline, it will help to stay on track and identify the roadblocks or delays and inform the decision to keep the goal on target, right? So that's the usual process which we are doing in our monthly reviews or performance appraisal. So the tracking give you an important feedback from the employee, is that whether we are moving to the right direction, or whether we need to involve any other resources or any other additional manpower to achieve the goal. So tracking is very important on periodic basis, and we have to adjust the goal. Then the last thing, the recognized success toward the sales goals. Today, the challenging pharma industry, you can see that the companies, or even the small companies, are celebrating the success with the different unique activities, right? So we have to motivate our team members in left and right. Then only they will work for us. Ultimately, the down the line team members are taking more effort to the growth of the organization, right? So when your sales reps achieve their sales goals, recognize their achievement. Even though it's a small verbal communication or the verbal recognition will be a great impact on their day-to-day activities, right? So you can just understand the unique way how you can engage your employees for their celebrating their success. And the little recognition can go long way in motivating your team to continue the aim for success. Then last, the people work better when they know what are the goal and is why. And it is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. So this is the mantra of each and every organization. We have to train our team members. We have to train our people to set the SMART goals. Then what should do and what should not do. So that is also very important. And the periodic tracking will give you the insight about what the good thing you have to continue, and what should not continue, and what to start and what to stop. So these are the points which were discussed for setting the goal. And definitely the smart goals are the effective tools for each and every organization. Nowadays they are taking into consideration for setting the smart goals for the betterment of the better productivity of the organization and the team performance. So with these points, I am ending up my session, and thank you. Any questions? Yes, sir. Over to you.
Yes. Just to stop the sharing. Yes, 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 yes. Wonderful, Prabhu. Wonderful deliberation and to the point also. Although everyone is having a good fair idea about the goal setting because it is very much important and relevant in all industry across the industry, but the way you have aligned the formula of smart goal setting to the pharmaceutical industry, and that to a pharmaceutical executive level, that is very, very important, because the full form everyone knows, but how to apply that, how to have the step by step approach, how to have a strong mindset after setting the goal to achieve the goal, that is very much important, and that is what you have covered nicely. So wonderful sharing, and we have got a lot of responses. Let me recognize those. Shailesh Kadam, Arashan Arumugam, Shivshankar Moria, Prakasham D, then Bhavik Patil, then Madhavan, then Kuldeep Manhas. Thank you very much, everyone, for your active participation, appreciating the share. And many of you have also shared your views. Like Shailesh Kadam says, respected sir, if possible, kindly plan session on regulatory affairs in global market. Definitely. That is also very, very relevant topic, Shailesh. And we'll definitely in our future program, we will invite some in expert, subject matter experts on regulatory affairs, because regulatories are now becoming very, very stringent for those pharma companies who want to export outside. So they should be very much aware about the regulatory. Thank you very much. So it was a wonderful learning, and everyone. So ICS sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Vishnu, and thank you, Ashwant, for completely summarizing the session. And I was actually, very happy to see that the kind of examples that he has given, very, very apt to the point, because we all know smart goals, somehow or other, but he has completely given, territory wise, regional wise, how you have to plan, and why it is important to have a goal setting. We sometimes we actually come to some of the quotes, like, for example, if the goal is you can't achieve your goal, change your direction, or change your approach, rather than changing the goal. Most of the times what we do is we change the goal. Okay, this is not attainable goal, abhi we will change it, and we will we will set a different goal. But that is not the right way. As Vishnu also mentioned, it should be attainable. In the beginning itself, we should actually come up with a goal setting in such a way that it can be attainable with a time frame, and which also should give a motivation. At the end of the day, people should be motivated by saying that, okay, I have achieved this, or I have come to some milestone. Otherwise, always you set a unrealistic goal, and you will always stuck up, and you will always feel empty, or you will always feel unsuccessful. So that is not really good for the organization as well as for the team. So while setting the goals, you actually negotiate with the organization or the management to make sure that it is more relevant and practical goal. So because we have seen most of the in real time examples, especially in pharma, people will come up with a crazy goals by saying that, you have to come with a crazy goal, and everything is fine, but experiments you cannot do every year. So you can do experiment one year and see that you can achieve that crazy goal, that is fine. Otherwise, you come to some practical goal, and then give it to the team, so that they will always have that feeling of achievement, and give them motivation by celebrating. Don't wait. One more thing is, in most of the organizations, they will wait till the end of the financial year to facilitate the team. That is not required. So, okay, that is very, very important. You bring all your achievers to the achievers forum, but in between, you set some milestones so that people know where they are going and how much still left out, and what is the kind of uphill task to be achieved. So it is kind of similar to the project management, because I was also part of project management. So we have milestones. So we don't wait till the end of the project go live. There is every milestone is celebrated, and we will see review, and then we will come to the some conclusion. Okay, what has to be changed, how the direction can be changed, so that we can achieve the goals. So great session, Vishnu. Thank you very much. Thanks, Yashwant, for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
We
Thank
hope
you very
Yes,
much, sir.
I remember, sir, the way we have set the goals for our division. When the Impulse is started in 2010,
Yeah,
we have very rare customers in our hand. That is true. We have already we are relaunching the division.
yeah,
So at that time, I remember the word you had told. First, we have to involve the customers. Then we have to come to sales, because sales is not the prime objective of that point of time. But
yeah.
every pharma is working for sales. But we have set the goal to engage more customers. We have launched the division with Cipla Corporate, and in 1 month, in 4-5 visits, they have company has given the a very good promotorium for discussing about the Cipla Corporate. So that
Correct.
is the goal of the company they have set. And through that, we have involved the young doctors. We have done a lot of good activities with the top KOLs. Then we started launching the brand. So setting the goal is more important rather than going only for the sales.
Scale. That is very true. Very much true, because until and unless you don't set the ground, foundation strong nahi hai, to you cannot build a building. Maybe you have
Yes.
material, you have everything, labor is there, everything is there, your people are there, but the foundation is not set, then you cannot build a building. So always make sure that your pillars or your foundation is strong by acquiring the or building your corporate brand, your products, and your customers, and then you can go all about with your sales team. So that is very, very important, even if it is for a launching company, also even for an established company, because
Yes.
Cipla was even 70, 60, 65, 70 years young at that time, but still that needed, when you are venturing into a new market or new segment, then you have to relaunch yourself, you have to establish yourself, and then you can ask the sales. So great example, Vishnu. Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Yashwant.
very much, sir. Just to before we close the session, 3 important points. Rahul Singh Gehlot and Rohit Vilankar also have appreciated. Thank you very much, Rahul and Rohit, for appreciating our sessions and watching live. And before we move, as rightly said by Vishnu, that goal setting is one part. Having commitment towards the goal achievement is more important. Many
Yeah.
people every year, the first day of the new year, lot of goal setting happens. Like after 10 days, 15 days, what happens to the goal, you all really know. So
That
my
is a dream,
urge
sir.
to each one of you,
That is a dream.
that is a dream. So my urge to is the small, set a good realistic goal achievable, but commit yourself. Most important is
Discipline is needed.
Your commitment is needed to achieve
Yeah.
the goal. But otherwise, every time you'll be setting goals and forgetting. So commitment is very, very important. Your strong mindset to achieve the goal is very, very important. And time-bound action plan is very important. So I will show you a small video on goal setting.
Yeah.
Then we will have closing remarks, and then we'll go ahead. So just to give a point. Okay. So I'm sharing a video on goal setting. Just 1 minute. Yes.
The only way I know to track our progress is to create milestones. Milestones show us what we are accomplishing and allow us to see how we accomplish even more. If you have stopped to read any of the statistics or articles on goal setting before, you will have read two things. 1. People without goals are not as successful as they hope to be. 2. People who don't write down goals are less likely to accomplish them. What I have found over the last 10 years of dream chasing is how important goals are in the grand picture of seeing your dreams come true. Goals give us momentum to push through adversity we experience while chasing our dreams. This year, there was a huge push not to set goals. People were sharing about how terrible they felt last year when they failed to meet their goals, or how they never really followed through with achieving them. So, should we even set goals to try to see our dreams come true? Yes! The problem for so many people is that they haven't created goals which will help them succeed, and their inability to follow through because of fear or poor goal creation holds them back. This was me about 10 years ago. I would set goals at the beginning of the year, and then never go back and look at them. I would have these really vague, general ideas of things I wanted to accomplish, but never create action steps or any plans to achieve anything. This is why goals fail. You have probably heard of the SMART goal system. This is a great system. In fact, when I finally got tired of never accomplishing my goals, I learnt about it and started to see some of my goals achieved. And then I learnt about the ER in goal setting. Let's start putting some goals together using the SMARTer system. Specific. Sounds pretty simple, right? Just write something down that is specific. The question is, how specific do I need to be? The answer? The more specific you are, the easier it will be to quantify your results along the way. For example, if you want to lose weight, to be more specific, how much weight do you want to lose? Better yet, what weight would you like to be at the end of pursuing your goal? A specific goal says this: I will weigh 200 pounds. We want to quantify our goals. To make a goal measurable, we need to be able to see progress over time. Say your goal is to write a novel. How do we make it measurable? You will need to make it very specific and measurable by going into more detail which you can track. A specific goal for writing a novel is, I will complete writing a 50,000 word novel. Every goal should be actionable in terms of getting somewhere. However, when writing goals, we are talking about writing it as an action. A goal is actionable when it is immediately clear what action needs to be taken to accomplish it. A simple way to make items actionable is to begin them with a verb. So, try this. I will read 24 books. The R in the equation is relevant or relatable. Is your goal relevant or relatable to your life? When you are setting goals, this is the pragmatic look at what you want to do. When you set a goal, you need to think about your current situation. Some people will tell you to make a 10 times goal. Create a goal that is nearly impossible to force you to stretch yourself. While I think this is good, it's not for the first timer or for someone struggling at their goals. You need to create goals you can accomplish at your stage in life. Are you a father of 3 small children who works 2 jobs? You may not be able to work out 3 hours a day if you want to reach 3% body fat. Try this. I will decrease my percentage body fat by 10%. My start percent is X. Every goal needs a deadline. Why? So you are forced to take action in a certain time frame. Simply saying you will do something isn't good enough. You need to say when you will complete it. This way, you will need to map your path to success. Otherwise, you will always have the goal, but never have the urgency to accomplish it. Going back to the novel example, I will write a 50,000 word novel by December the 31st. Evaluate. This is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to your goals. We need to regularly evaluate our progress. When I ask people how often they looked at their goals, they say a few times over the year. This is why people fail at their goals. I evaluate my goals every month, and every week I read them. This helps me to remember what I am trying to do and make sure I take action every week. If there is anything you do differently about your goals, this needs to be it. Reward. Every goal and milestone needs a reward. We love getting something for a job well done. And when we are working towards our dreams, These little earned items help us to celebrate our milestones and be ready for the next step. Here is an example of a reward for paying off debt. Pay off debt by December the 31st. Buy one thing for $100 you would never buy for yourself. You may have really struggled with goals before, and if you're like me, you might have even failed all of the goals you set yourself in a year. But this doesn't have to be true of you anymore. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. C.S. Lewis. I love this quote because it reminds me how the goals we set for ourselves now, no matter our age or station in life, will help us change our story in the end. They will help us chase our dreams and see them come true.
So I think we have got good clarity on goal setting now, right? So whatever Vishnu Dutt has told, there's a value addition on that. That our goal should not be smart, but we can also add to more point, smarter goal. So evaluate your goal in time frequency and also reward yourself, because we all need some motivation, some inspiration. Once you achieve your goal, there should be a very good reward mechanism which will motivate you to set another goal. And that is what works in pharmaceutical also. Everyone in every ranking are looking forward for some reward. It is very powerful to reward your people so that they will be ready for the next goal. Thank you very much, everyone. It was a wonderful discussion, sweet and short, and we really enjoyed our session. As I would like to now invite Vishnu Dutt for giving closing remarks. How did you find our platform, Vishnu Dutt? A quick closing remarks for the viewers.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the wonderful opportunity. This is the second time. First time I came as a panelist in that KOL handling, and this is the opportunity I got as a speaker. So I am very happy that I can join with my one of the mentor in Pharma, Yashwant sir and ICS sir, because ICS sir, what I am today is because of ICS sir. So that I am very happy to take part of the LPC. And regarding this goal setting, so I am requesting all the viewers to sensitize this goal setting process to each and every team members. So before setting the goal to each and every team members, so you understand the process, then you take the action, and you understand the organization point of view also, because organization is the most important part of setting the goal. We are implementing the goal of the organization. We can't able to change the goal of the organization. So you understand the organization perspective and adapt the techniques to make more effectively and implement the goal in the down the line and get the best result of your team members. That's the thing. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful opportunity. Looking forward
Thank you
more.
very much. We look forward to you for again with some different topics, so which will be very much relevant for
Sure.
our people. And we wish you all the best for your Pharma Sales Academy,
Yeah.
right?
Thank you.
And now I go to IC Verma sir for the closing remarks.
Yeah, thanks Vishnu and thanks Yashwant. So I think people also got some good insights from the session. Even though this topic is very popular, or everybody knows about goal setting, but the only problem is we hardly implement it. So it's very important for being in sales or being, you wanted to be succeed in life, definitely you should have goal, personal and professional goals. And then, you should also have a mentor. So what I seen, the people having a mentor or a coach achieves goals much better than anybody who doesn't have it. Because sometimes, your mentor knows, because he already has gone through all those phases, so always having a mentor and a coach in your professional journey will help you to achieve your goal faster and more productive. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Last but not least, thank you very much, Pankaj Srivastava, sir. He has just joined. You are late, but next time we look forward to you, Pankaj, sir, as a speaker. Okay, join by 11 o'clock, not the 12 o'clock. You are a core part of our LPC. So thank you once again for joining and having being live interactive. So thank you very much, all the viewers, for your active participation, sharing your knowledge, and making it interactive. It builds our confidence to invite more and more industry experts and include more and more topics to LPC, building a collaborative learning community. Thank you very much and have a nice time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you.
you, Imagika Health, for continuous support. I just missed Yogita and team. They are wonderful in continuously supporting LPC on live streaming our programs, and we are really very grateful to all the team members of Imagika Health. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Imagika.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So from here, I'm ending this meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. We can do this.